My name is Karoline and I'm the founder of Karoline Vitto. I resonate to the idea of getting inspiration from art and from photography, especially when designing. I look at fashion and I buy fashion and I adore fashion, but also for me in terms of creating the idea of a garment, I always think about composition. For me, it's all about proportion, it's all about balance. It's about how the viewer is gonna look at an image following the lines, how your eyes are gonna, travel around the image in the same way that when you look at a person who's dressing something interesting, your eyes are gonna travel throughout the entire look. You're gonna have this path that you follow. And for me, that when I think about designing, I think about that composition. So I look at photography as a source of inspiration to create those proportions and those lines. My inspiration for my Tate t-shirt was the Lee Miller exhibition at the Tate Britain. I was inspired by the process in which Lee Miller would put herself in front of the work as the protagonist and also as the muse at times. So that was something that permeated my relationship with design throughout the last few years. And I've looked at how I have worked following this same logic for my design work, essentially sculpting around the body, creating metal jewelry for the body from myself and also for myself. So what you see on my t-shirt is an extract, essentially, piece of body jewelry that I've created early back in the day when I started developing my brand. I've always been really interested in the process and the creative process of how artists can create, how they research, how they find the subject, how they create a process that sometimes lasts for years. I've always been really inspired by different cycles of different artists as well. Sometimes you can start somewhere and it reflects, 5-10 years of your life.
I'm Vince from Two Surface. We are manufacturers that go right the way from design to print to manufacturing. Worked alongside of Paul for 20 odd years now, who's really pushed and supported British manufacturers, which we're very, very grateful for. We've basically put a lot of time into developing and working our skill set, and a lot of things are still produced by hand, very much crafted right the way through to automated machine and to sort of like really high tech. And I said we're very much a supporter of British manufacturing and also, putting back into the UK market and young talent.
Yo, my name's Yaku Stapleton and our brand is called Yaku. Visiting Tate Britain with an adult brain was a real experience. After exploring for a bit, I was really drawn to a painting called King Cophetua and the Beggar Maid. It was interesting to see a black person in art from this period and location. The way the king was illustrated reminded me of these I must rest here a moment YouTube videos that are interesting to me as they kinda offer a space for people to discuss their problems and hopes in the comment section. That was a link between worlds that needed to be investigated. To complete the design, we then collaged a scene for the king to rest in. We did this by combining features from other paintings in the collection, the most visible of those being a Turner piece called The Remnants of an Army. Once we got the proportions right, we worked with Sue to bring it all to life with a Yaku twist. I think the narrative came initially from following the emotions and threads between the works from the Tate collection and my own life experiences. From there, we basically tried to question the works of art, question what inspired them to come to life, and then question the real life experiences that the artworks reminded me of. I wondered what those links and emotions meant on a deeper personal level. Piecing together all the answers to these questions helped recontextualize it into a narrative that makes sense for today. I get inspiration from so many things, and I think art might be the one that never lets me down. This combination of someone's dedication, love and skill creates an opportunity to truly change how you see yourself and the world surrounding you. It can be terrifying and feel like the warmest hug at the same time, and I think it's truly magical, and I love it.